We've got to break this down because Gilbert Arenas is now trying to clarify the comments that have gone viral after he argued that Jaylen Brunson still hasn't reached true superstar status. His main point wasn't about Jaylen's talent on the court, it was about the business side of the game, including jersey sales, shoe sales, media visibility, and overall global recognition. Gilbert even pointed to a wall featuring players he considers worldwide superstars, and while Brunson appears alongside those names, he believes there's still another level to reach. But here's where things get interesting. You won't believe how quickly the numbers have shifted, because Brunson's Kobe-inspired signature shoes have exploded in popularity since the Knicks captured the championship, and his jersey now ranks third in sales, behind only Stephen Curry and Luka Doncic. That alone says a lot about how fast his profile is rising. I understand Gilbert's argument that Jaylen Brunson didn't enter the league with superstar expectations, but at this stage, after everything he's accomplished with the Knicks and helping deliver their first championship in 53 years, it's hard to argue he hasn't earned that superstar label.
Superstar, so from high school to college to the NBA.
So Jaylen Brunson a superstar?
Yes.
No.
Oh, you crazy?
But he could be.
Oh, get the fuck out of this motherfucker, man. Bob, is he crazy? No. Are you crazy? I'm tired of this. Hey, Rip.
Hey, you got the Jaylen Brunson shoes?
No. We're not starting like this. We're not starting.
No, I'm just saying, did you go get the new Jaylen Brunson shoes? No, what I'm saying, did you get the new? He don't have them, right?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Everybody got them Brunson Kobe's, yeah.
If you got Jaylen Brunson jersey,
Say it again, they got the what?
He turned down the
Got one.
shoe.
No, what I'm saying, he has the what shoe?
Yeah, you thinking
He has the
if he
Kobe's.
yes, and they
Oh,
sold
they're Kobe's.
but he turned down his
The
own
Kobe's.
He turned down his own shoe to represent somebody else.
What I'm saying is a superstar.
He got a whole city, the whole city in New York.
Just like Curry, right? Just like Curry.
No, Gil, you just
LeBron James as a daddy.
He sold $50 million. He sold $50 million in jerseys the day they released it. That is a superstar.
So you think Brunson didn't do that?
Because of the time I mention the Knicks, there's always an issue. This is my new wall. My wall of the players that I've watched, that I like, that their basketball game is elite. All right, that just what they bring to the game is just, Look, New York, right? He's on my wall. I love this guy. When I say he's not in the superstar realm yet, right? We know Nike just appointed him. We know him. We know the logo, right? Bird was twitchy. Magic Johnson. If you look at all these guys, his social media and the shoe sales, it all matches. I put him here because I believe that he's gonna break in just like Curry did with winning. When Curry got drafted, he wasn't in the category as number one pick, top five. He wasn't. Number one, three, number one. I think number one or number two. Like, these guys is, right? And then some guys, the winning puts him into that category. The winning puts him in category. No matter how much he wins, nobody's trying to be no Jokic, right? Right? He was too quiet, you know what I mean? He was big fundamental, but Timmy, greatness, right? But the personality is personalities, and he's gonna get there. But so I already put him on my list, personally. Usually when I talk, it's in general.
Ever since the Knicks won the championship, Jaylen Brunson's popularity has taken off in a major way. His merchandise sales have surged, he's making more late-night TV appearances, his podcast has gained serious momentum, and the championship media tour even landed his live podcast on ESPN. That kind of exposure doesn't happen by accident, and it shows that his brand is growing far beyond basketball. I could also understand part of what Gilbert Arenas was trying to say about personality and marketability, even if I don't completely agree with his conclusion. Now let's be honest for a second. If Brunson were the type of player throwing down highlight reel dunks every night, nobody would even be debating whether he's a superstar. But the reality is, he's dominating in a different way while leading the biggest basketball market in the NBA. And yes, New York still holds that title over Los Angeles. Knicks fans had been waiting since 1973 for another championship, so everything Brunson has accomplished carries even more weight. That's why this conversation is a lot bigger than flashy highlights. Think about how incredible his journey has been. Here's a 6'1" second-round pick from Villanova, who the Mavericks chose not to extend when he reportedly wanted a 4-year deal worth around $55 million, with Mark Cuban believing it was simply too expensive at the time. Looking back now, that decision has aged about as badly as it possibly could. Instead, Brunson signed with the Knicks for just over $100 million and completely outplayed the value of that contract. Then, in a move that surprised almost everyone, he accepted a pay cut to give New York the flexibility to build a championship-caliber roster around him. Just imagine if the Knicks hadn't been able to keep OG Anunoby because that financial room never existed. Brunson sacrificed potential earnings in one of the highest tax markets in the league to help the team win, and that says a lot about his priorities. Sure, having an NBA father may have given him more financial security than some players have, and I understand why others would never turn down that kind of money. Still, I have to give Brunson credit because walking away from one of the biggest contracts of your career isn't something many athletes are willing to do. It'll be fascinating to see how he approaches his next contract because his value has only continued to rise. More importantly, he bet on himself, accepted less money up front, and that gamble is already paying off in ways that go beyond his NBA salary. That's exactly where the superstar conversation starts getting really interesting. Here's my view on it. The money Brunson left on the table is probably being recovered through endorsement deals and opportunities away from the court. Don't be surprised if he lands a long-running national campaign similar to Chris Paul's State Farm partnership, where the checks keep coming year after year. Those kinds of sponsorships are what separate stars from true household names. That's another reason I believe Brunson has officially entered superstar territory. To me, it's almost impossible to lead the New York Knicks to a championship and still not be considered a superstar. I also think next season will elevate his profile even further because defending a title brings an entirely different level of attention and pressure. The Knicks are no longer the hunters. They're the team everyone wants to beat. That alone could push Brunson's popularity to another level. Timing matters too, and Brunson couldn't have picked a better moment to reach the top. Heading into the 2026-2027 season, he'll be building momentum toward the 2028 All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles, where he could easily be one of the league's biggest attractions. If he also earns the starting point guard spot for Team USA and helps bring home Olympic gold, his global profile will only continue to grow. Those are the kinds of moments that create legendary careers. As for his personality, I actually think Brunson fits New York perfectly. He doesn't need to be loud or constantly chasing attention because the city embraces competitors who simply handle business. His calm leadership matches the identity Knicks fans have always respected. That's why he feels like the ideal face of the franchise. So now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Jaylen Brunson has already earned superstar status, or do you think Gilbert Arenas still has a point? Looking at everything we've discussed, I think the evidence speaks for itself. His jersey now ranks third in NBA sales, behind only Stephen Curry and Luka Doncic. His signature shoe sales exploded after the championship. He's winning ESPYs, the Knicks continue collecting major awards, and every time he walks through New York, fans treat him like royalty. You've probably seen the viral videos of people literally holding umbrellas over him in the rain, because that's the level of admiration he's receiving. Those aren't signs of an ordinary star. They're signs of someone becoming the face of a city.
This is where Gilbert and I actually agree on one thing. Brunson earned his reputation through winning and elite performances, instead of relying on flashy marketing or an over-the-top personality. Some players become famous overnight because of their image, but that spotlight fades quickly if they don't produce results. Brunson has taken care of the one thing that matters most. He wins when it counts. He's delivered clutch shots, incredible comeback performances, and unforgettable playoff moments, including that huge 45-point game against San Antonio. Now, whenever people talk about the Knicks and Spurs in championship history, they remember Tim Duncan winning his first title against New York. Years later, Brunson added his own chapter by capturing his first championship against Victor Wembanyama's Spurs, giving that rivalry another memorable moment. That's the type of history that keeps building a superstar legacy. All of those moments together are exactly why I believe Brunson's profile will keep getting bigger every single season. We're probably only seeing the beginning of what his career can become. And when you add the Knicks becoming the first team to win both the NBA championship and the World Cup in the same year, it gives even more significance to everything they accomplished. So maybe this is just the first chapter of Brunson's superstardom. But in my opinion, if you lead the New York Knicks to a championship, you've already earned that title. Let me know where you stand in the comments below.